Hey guys, Diggsy here. Welcome back to my channel. And today we've got another episode of the PlayStation 3 collecting series. And we're going to focus on the PlayStation Collection subset. This subset was a North American subset with some Chinese, English variants as well. Yeah, so let's get into it, guys. Most of these games are collection games, very similar to the previous episode we had with the HD collections. However, there are less North American collection games. I will just note before we start, there are other collection titles, however, they haven't got the collection on it, which is what we're focusing on for this particular set. So the first game, and this was the first release title of the collection set, it was released in 2012. And that is the God of War Saga. Now you will note with this set, all of the games feature this sort of like greyish white background with the gold stripe at the top as well as the gold on the spine and on the back. I think they all look fantastic, especially together. I'll show you guys a photo of them all together at the end. But again, here we have the God of War Saga. So this includes God of War 2, God of War 3, God of War Origins Collection, Chains of Olympus, Ghosts of Sparta, and extra content. And it's got remastered HD content and network trophy support for the older game. So it is basically the God of War Ultimate pack that you can have for everything that was released up to this point. And it is the first game in the collection subset. The next title, also released in 2012, was the Infamous Collection. Again, it features the same white-grey background with the gold tinge. This includes Infamous, Infamous 2, and all of the DLC on one pack. So it is a really nice pack to have. Especially if you're a collector, it's a nice one to have in the collection. And it also includes additional power-ups, costumes and weapon styles. I'm a massive fan of how these look, especially together. And again, this is in a North American release only. Next, we have Ratchet and Clank Collection. This was also a 2012 release. Shout out to Ricky for some of this information. I didn't actually contact him. I checked out his website. So if you guys haven't, be sure to check out Ricky's website for everything you need North American related PlayStation 3 collecting. I will leave a link in the description to Ricky's website. But the Ratchet and Clank collection includes Ratchet and Clank 2 Going Commando, and Ratchet and Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal. 3 of the best Ratchet and Clank games ever made, all available in one pack. Just like the trilogy pack, this is quite expensive, but having one of those is definitely essential. Not just you're getting 3 great games, but they have all been remastered and they have trophies. So if you're a Ratchet and Clank fan, it's definitely an essential to have this collection. Another 2012 release, this is the Killzone trilogy. Another nice release, this one. So the power version of this isn't in one case. We got like a triple pack, 3 cases and a slipcover, where North America, as you can see, got the collection. So this includes Killzone 1, remastered in HD with trophy support, Killzone 2, and it includes Killzone 3. It also includes a voucher for all the multiplayer maps for 2 and 3. Killzone was at the peak of PS3, it was up there with Call of Duty or Battlefield as one of the best shooters out there. So if you're a Killzone fan, this is definitely one to have, and that's the Killzone Trilogy Collection. So I don't actually have the North American version of this. I will pop a photo up on the screen. But the Asian version also received a collection, and that of course is Resistance. So here we have the Region 3 Resistance collection. However, this is in a big box. However, I'm including it because it does still have the collection on it, so technically it's part of the set. However, there is a North American release of this, just like those single packs. which I'll look to pick up down the line. I was under the impression I had them all until I made this video. This one includes Resistance Fall of Man, Resistance 2, Resistance 3, and bonus content from both Resistance 2 and 3. If you're interested, this Asian pack plays completely in English. The voices in English, the manuals in English, the subtitles are available in English. So that was all the 2012 releases, I believe. And 2013 we received another collection pack. Here we have the best of the PlayStation Network. One of my favorite releases of every game on PS3, Tokyo Jungle, as you guys know. I love that game. This is one of the only ways to get it in English. It also includes When Vikings Attack, A Sound Shapes, and Fat Princess. So again, this is the best of the PlayStation Network, Volume 1. There isn't a Volume 2. I think they might have planned to have released one at the time, but they never did. This particular one is the Canadian version. I just realised I have got the Chinese English version, which is slightly different. Please excuse me for 1 second.
2 hours later.
Editing at the finest. This is the Region 3 version. It is slightly different. It doesn't include Tokyo Jungle. If we're talking about collection games, you have to include this one as well. I just noticed. Same as the North American release again, but just without Tokyo Jungle. With that in mind, it is a lot cheaper because Tokyo Jungle is the reason people want this. So there was one more PlayStation collection pack released. That came out the following year in 2014, around the same time the PS3 and PS4 were dabbling with like Blue Spines. So we have a Blue Spine collection pack, and that is for the Sports Pack Volume 1 with MLB 14 the show and NBA 2K14. Nice contrast with the blue and the red. But yeah, I really like this pack. Certainly different. It's got an interesting look spine, especially with the blue at the top. The gold looks great, I reckon. And then it is double disc case, and you know that's unique because look at those discs with the gold. They look fantastic. I just gave away my code, so if anyone wants the download code for my MLB 14, go nuts and you can have your 6,000 stubs. So yeah guys, let's do a quick stack it up. I won't show the Resistance one because just a box. However, we will show the rest of them, and how good do they look together, guys. Got to be one of the best looking subsets on PS3, especially just aesthetically with the spines. I'm going to turn that light down, see it a bit better. So officially, I would say there's 7 7 collection titles in this subset with a few variants. But yeah, let me know, guys. Have you got all these? Are there any more that I've missed? I'd love to know because I would love to have a full set. Yeah, if you're enjoying this series, be sure to subscribe. We just passed 3,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane, guys. I've got heaps of big plans for the channel. I'm actually working on what's going to be my biggest video ever. I won't give too much away. Hopefully it's going to come out in the next month or two. But yeah, lots more planned. We've got heaps more exciting guests coming on the podcast. So be sure to check out the podcast. You can also download the entire podcast on Spotify. So if you're on Spotify, be sure to check that out. As always, guys, I've been Fixie. You guys have been awesome. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.